Welcome to Quickshots.
Welcome to Quickshots with your favourite cousins, James and Alex Fitzgerald, where we answer your questions, and we've got a few. Today I'm going to kickstart this one with Niraj wants to know, I'm in a bit of a dilemma, wondering whether to upgrade my own home that I live in or buy an investment property. Which is the best option for me? Any pointers?
Oh, Niraj, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. Okay, well, I guess it really also depends. What kind of upgrade are you looking to do on your own home? What kind of upgrade are you looking to do here? Is it significant or is it relatively sort of small? Which one is the right option? There is no right option. There is no right option. But here's what I will say. If you go down the path of looking at buying an investment property, it could ultimately be what helps you pay down your own home sooner and therefore, or in some capacity, helps you able to upgrade your own home, provided you buy the right property in high growth area, high population, infrastructure, you buy the right property that has land content. So if I flipped the question back to you, Niraj, which would you prefer sooner, to pay down your own home or increase the debt? Look, your own home is really special, so don't get me wrong. If that is you and your partner's priority, then that is also the right choice. So the right choice is what feels right to you.
And how much time you've got? Like upgrading your home is going to set you back from a time point of view. So if you've got the time, you always want to prioritise that, but not everyone has that.
Well, yeah, that's true, Cuz, actually. Where are you at in your life? I mean, are you is one of you about to step away and go on paternal leave? Will that debilitate your ability to buy something if that is your goal in the next 3 to 5 years? So, have a bit of a recheck of what you want to achieve in the next 5 years and which one might handbrake the other. This one's from Briant. I am from Sydney. What are the benefits of buying a property under a trust?
Well, first of all, thank you and hello, Briant from Sydney. The benefits, there's a few reasons that people buy properties in a trust. The most common ones are asset protection. So a lot of people, I would say what I would caveat this next answer by saying that of 100 people that I deal with, I reckon 98 or 99 don't use the trust. So it's not common. But having said that, those that do asset protection, so they may have a job where they're exposed to some personal liability. Some bankers these days are exposed to personal liability. If you're a director on companies, if you're a business owner, you may have some risk there. So what a trust allows you to do is protect the property, and not having them in your own name where they might be able to get the property. The second one is a little bit of tax minimisation. So again, probably more common for people who own a business where they want to distribute income to relatives and minimise the tax. So probably not as common, mind you, because generally you're going to get the best tax advantages by having the property in your own name, even if you are a business owner, because you've got to take the money out of the business, pay yourself, and then trigger the tax. But yeah, asset protection and tax minimisation. There are some other ways, but they're very, very uncommon. Brian, what I would say is, feel free to give us a bit more detail if you want me to give you, I guess my opinion on what I'd do if I was in your shoes. But those are the typical benefits. We'll finish here with Rosh. Wants to know, does a duplex qualify as a property with enough land content? Obviously, listen to a recent podcast, I think, where we talked about land content. Over to you, Cuz. What do you say?
Yeah, every podcast ever. On the double shot at least. Yeah, so Rosh, I guess my answer to that question is yes. But there's two ways of looking at that. One is, do you own both of the dwellings, so both of the duplexes on their respective titles of land, which I suppose is maybe two properties next door to each other, but they also happen to have a adjoining wall?
Duplex would normally mean that. Otherwise, if it was 3, it'd be a triplex. Yeah.
Yes, correct.
We're getting her on a Friday morning, guys. Come on.
Or Rosh might be referring to owning one side of the duplex. So, someone's gone and done a duplex development. They've strated. Is it strata? Maybe not.
No,
like you've subdivided them effectively.
Yeah,
you've sort of subdivided them. And you own one. My answer is yes. I'd say it does qualify as a property with land. You do have land on there. You do have one adjoining wall. So maybe if there is a body corporate or something like that, there usually isn't with two dwellings. Usually when you go to 3, there is introduced a body corporate. But look, if you've got the land there, then you do have the land content.
I think the thing is, like, the land's the part that will grow in value. So if you buy the land for $300,000, build a house on it for $300,000, it's the land that's going up in value. Whereas if you build a duplex, you're probably spending double, $600,000.
Yep.
So the land is only 33% of the overall price, whereas it's 50% on a if you just built one house. And the land might increase in 100 or 200,000 by 100, or let's say it increased by 100,000. You've got 100,000 increase on 600 versus 100,000 increase on 900. So you're just going to get a better return the more land you've got. But I agree, duplexes have their place, don't we? We see that where, particularly for clients who might need cash flow up front, for clients who've got multiple properties where all of a sudden they want to plug one in just to give them a bit more positive cash flow, they've got a place.
Absolutely. And I mean, so do townhouses to a degree as well. Like they've all got a place. They've got land content. Townhouses are slightly different again because you may be adjoined with, 9 or 10 other properties. But I guess that the main point is these types of properties have more land content and a proper land content as opposed to your traditional apartment, which has very, very, very little land content and you're tied up with a bunch of other people and a relentless body corp. So yes, Rosh, the answer is yes. Yes.
Guys, thanks for sending in your questions. Niraj, Briant, Rosh, and the many others that do send us in questions from time to time. Our email's in the show notes, the social handles. We love to hear from you. Send the questions in. Have a great weekend, including you, Alex.
Thank you. And also to yourself, fine sir. Thanks for listening to another episode of The Double Shot with your favourite cousins, Alex and James Fitzgerald. If you've got a burning question or something we absolutely need to talk about on the pod, please write to us. Both of our emails are in the show notes. For little real estate tidbits and a little bit of banter, okay, a lot of banter, you can follow us on the gram. Our handle is thedoubleshot.podcast. That, my friends, is thedoubleshot.podcast. Until next time, think of us when you sit back and sip your next double shot.